welcome back. If this is your first time, I hope you'll stay. Espero que te quedes. Now, we are here again, exam season, but don't worry because I am here with you and we're going to get through it. So, okay, how do we do better on our speaking exam? How? Okay, first of all, I must say that these notes are going to be not just for GCSE students, but also people doing Cambridge. So ESL students, foreign students who are learning English, this is also for them. So those students that are studying to do the Cambridge exams, so B1, B2, C1, and so on, this pertains to you also. Okay, free for all this session. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. If you're doing a speaking exam, I think these 10 points will help you out quite a lot. So stick around and hopefully you will take away something from this video. Okay, let us begin. I don't want the introduction to be too long. Okay, so the first thing you're going to be doing that I think is fundamental is listening. Okay, you need to listen to others. Número uno, escucha a los demás. So you're listening to others. Whether it's just you and the examiner in the room, you need to listen to what the examiner is saying in order to make the conversation sound natural. Now, in some exams, you are with a partner or even a trio at times. It is very important that if you have another person there with you, you are listening to what that other person is replying to then make the conversation a natural one that flows and doesn't sound too artificial. And if we can do that, you're halfway there. Okay, that is authenticity, isn't it? It's authentic. And if it's authentic and it sounds like a real conversation, that's just brilliant. Okay, so you have to listen and react to what the other person is saying. So you're not just going to sit there and wait for your turn to just speak and sort of perform a monologue that you prepared in your head. Okay, speaking is about being thoughtful towards the other person. Okay, there's a space for you and there's a space for me, so I'm going to listen to what you have to say and then I'm going to chime in with what I have to say and get a good flow of conversation going. If you can show that, you're going to pick more points up. Okay, right, number two. Escucha bien las preguntas, okay? It is vital that you're listening to the questions and you understand the questions. So pay attention to the questions being asked. A lot of times we confuse questions. We think they're asking us a particular question when indeed it's something completely different. And our nerves get the best of us sometimes and we think, oh, they're asking me this. So listen to the questions carefully before you start to reply. Okay? Because we don't want to lose marks by just not listening. So again, that's 2 points going to listening. That's to show you how essential it is that you were actually listening and paying attention. You're paying close attention to what's being said at all times. Okay? Okay? Right, next one. Claro y conciso. Okay? Clarity. You're going to be very clear and to the point. What happens in our speaking, I'm guilty of it, is that we start to babble. Okay? Because we don't want to say too little. So we start saying things and then we sort of go off topic. So we have to go answer the question straight to the point and then add an opinion and get on with it, okay? Be clear and precise. Remember that. We don't need the extra babble. Next one. No hables demasiado rápido, okay? No hables demasiado rápido. So don't speak too quickly. There's a common misconception that the faster you speak, the better you are in that language. No, I say this often and I won't ever stop saying this. The best speakers in the world speak slowly and clearly. So in an exam, take that with you. It doesn't mean you know more Spanish just because you're speaking quickly. For the ESL students, it doesn't mean that you're more fluent in English just because you're speaking quickly. You forget what you wanted to say and you get confused because your brain is trying to keep up with your tongue. Okay, so try and keep it slow and clear. Remember, speed does not mean fluency. Okay, right. The next one I have is deja que hable a la otra persona. So let the other person speak. I've been an examiner where I've seen one candidate speak so much and literally not giving the other person the chance to actually reply. This looks bad on you. It reflects badly on you because you're not giving the other person a chance to talk. Yes, it's showing your ability to express yourself, but it's also showing that there is no relationship there. Because I'm talking over you, there is no respect, and it doesn't sound good. So try not to do that. Try to give the other person a chance to talk. If you're a chatty person and you do see that you perhaps have a higher level than the other person, this is not the time to show off by talking over the other person, always jumping in to get the answer right. Okay? It's about giving the other person a chance to speak. If you're with a person who is a little bit quiet, perhaps you could invite them to reply by using an expression like ¿Qué opinas? ¿Qué opinas tú sobre el tema? Oh, ¿estás de acuerdo conmigo? Okay, so inviting that conversation, making it easy for someone to join in the conversation rather than being a blocker. Okay, so that's important as well. That's a skill, but we can practice and get better at that one, I think. Okay, right, next one. La dicción y la articulación. So, diction. So pronouncing well is very, very important, because it goes back to the first one, to number 4, where I was saying don't speak too quickly. The key is speaking with good diction so you are understood. The aim of speaking is to communicate. So if you're speaking clearly, the examiner will be able to understand you and you're going to get your point across much better. So think about how you pronounce your words. Make sure you're pronouncing all your letters well, because this counts a lot. Okay? Are you clipping off the ends of words, which they do in certain regions, such as, I'm not going to say Murcia, but they do. And in the UK as well, there are areas where we don't pronounce well. Good diction is important. Right, next one. Demasiado aprendido. Okay? So, don't learn great, big, long monologues because it does sound very learned. It sounds very learned, that you've just memorized it all. Okay? And in a speaking exam, it's supposed to be natural. They're testing how much English or Spanish you know. Okay? So really, don't learn long texts because it does sound really fake and artificial and you don't want that. Okay? Yes, it's good to revise vocabulary, and that's going to help you, but don't try to memorize whole texts, okay? Right. Expresiones populares. So common expressions, popular expressions. I am sure you would have seen lots of them in class. I am sure, I am positive. And if you haven't, go back and check the playlist because I have lots and lots of popular expressions for you. Go back and learn some of these. They are such handy tools to have when you're speaking because it just makes you sound a lot more fluent. So make sure that you're brushing up on your Spanish expressions so you can use them. There is so much to be said for Spanish expressions, for popular expressions, so do that. Go away and make sure you're learning and you're revising your expressions in Spanish. They're going to help you out a lot. And it also makes you sound a lot more fluent. Okay, next. Seguro de ti mismo, okay? Be confident. Sé seguro de ti mismo. You have to be more confident. Confidence goes a long way. If you go into the exam really nervous and thinking, oh my gosh, I'm so rubbish at this, I'm going to fail, you're setting yourself up for failure. So it's that positive, attitude and that confidence saying, I'm going into that Spanish exam and I'm going to do marvelously well. Lo voy a hacer súper bien. Pan comido. This, I've got it in the bag. I'm going to do it because I'm amazing at this. I'm going to do a good job because I've been studying all year and I can do whatever I put my mind to. So go in with this attitude and I promise you, it's going to seem a lot easier, and it will be, because you've got this. You love doing languages, you've been working really hard, and it will pay off. Trust yourself. I trust you, and I trust you're going to do it. So just get in there and do it. You can do this. I'm going in the exam with you, okay? Take me with you. I'm going with you, and we're going to do this together because you can. You can. You should know you can. I know you can. Right, next one, the last one, pausas alargadas, so long pauses. We're going to try to avoid these, okay? If there's absolutely nothing else you can do and you just get stuck, don't just stop. There is also another video on muletillas to show that you're thinking, or expressions, déjame pensar, let me think, or esta es una pregunta difícil, okay? This is a difficult question. So go in prepared. Have these little sentences that will help you to sort of think on the spot. I'd never thought about that before. Eso es algo que no había pensado antes. Okay, let me think. Deja que piense. Okay, let me think. Okay, then you go into your opinion and you get a chance to really start expressing yourself. Okay, this is all preparation, guys, all preparation. So try to avoid long pauses. If you can't avoid them, use las muletillas estas en español. Yeah, use las muletillas, así que, pues, vaya, all of these things, use them. And you're going to be a superstar. You're going to do really well. You're going to ace this. You've got it. Let me know how you get on, and until next time, take care, guys. Adios.